But let's say the Rockets, the first game since a stat line that had never happened ever. Let's start with John Wall, the superstar of the opposing Wizards. Tosses this pass through his legs to Gortat. Gortat then with the slam. Later in the second, let's go check on the beard. Harden. And it probably is his distribution as much as his points so far this year of why they're so successful and had a 15-2 record in December. Would you agree?
1,000%. The reason why they've been successful, you can have games like he had today. He was horrible today. 6 for 24 from the field, 2 for 11 from the three-point line, but he's still able to get 10 rebounds, 10 assists, have an imprint on his game. And I think that's what the difference is now about James Harden. It's not all based on scoring. He can do a little bit of everything. I think his defense has improved. And it's a guy you're asking his usage to make a play for everybody every play now. But he gets it done. And when it's not going from offensive, he continues to play the game. He's a high-minute guy. So, it's tough. And he turns the basketball over quite a bit, but he makes sure the guys get the right spots and get their shots. Eric Gordon tonight was the man. 31 points coming off the bench. Huge lift, got going from the perimeter. They're a team that makes a bunch of threes. They only made 12 tonight, but they shot 39. This is the Houston Rockets team that we were seeing. The most impressive thing about this victory tonight was that their defense the second half.
Yeah.
They played great defense the second half on the Washington Wizards, and I don't necessarily put them as a defensive stop team. I think they're an offensive team first. They're a team that wants to score 110, 115. But they got it done. They played under 100 points tonight to me, holding them to 91 points.
Particularly at the end, because those two last shots we showed you were the key shots down the stretch. It was 82-82. Gordon hit the three. Mm-hmm. You saw the one that closed it all out with Harden's three. But it was 82-82. Then they win by 10. They really shut them down defensively the last 5 minutes. The management, we talked about it right now in both conferences. Who can really win a title? And what should management be doing? Should they be trying to rebuild or reload to win right now? Houston is the one team where you say in the offseason, they dished away Howard. They got an extension off Harden. They switched him over to the point guard. They have the coach to have a playmaker, and Mike D'Antoni for that aspect. And then they got two great perimeter shooters in Ryan Anderson and Eric Gordon. It seems like their management gets an A+ from what they did in the offseason.
Oh, especially 27-9. We're talking about a team now is one of the top 3 teams in the West. I think they've surpassed the Clippers, and I'm not just talking record-wise. I'm just talking about as a team and have a legitimate shot of playing against the Golden State and San Antonio Spurs in the series. I think they match up well with a Golden State because of the ability to shoot the three-point ball. They can space the floor just as good as Golden State. So Mike D'Antoni's done a terrific job of really mapping out this roster, and then Daryl Morrow of handpicking Ryan Anderson and Eric Gordon. And we saw the money that he paid those guys, and we all were kind of blown away. But these guys are guys that can really shoot it, stick it, and space the floor for Harden to be the type of player that he's capable of being. So right now, they're my surprise team. I wasn't sold on them when the season started. They surprised me, and James Harden is having that MVP-type season.
Morey said that he wants layups and three-pointers. He's an analytics guy. And last year, they set a record for the most three-point attempts in a season. And they're shooting 21% more three-pointers than they did the previous year. They're going to live and die by it.
Well, everybody says you can't win and die by a three-point shot. We saw Golden State win them a title playing that way. We saw them get to the finals last year and come
seconds away.
Seconds away from winning it again. It may be the way to play right now in the era of basketball. I think it's a good way to play. They have the personnel to play. I just think it's not a lot of teams that can play this way, but they have the personnel to do it, and they have a superstar like Golden State and the Steph Curry and obviously Kevin Durant that can do it and can get you 30 by themselves on any given night. So that's what makes it special.